The issue, and the issue is it's difficult to not get emotional when I'm watching this live. So it's 11:17 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, March the 13th, 2014. PBC on Spike TV. Berto now improves to 30-3 with 23 KOs, scoring a 6-round TKO stoppage of Josesito Lopez. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you bits and pieces of it, and then I'm gonna let you hear. But the stoppage was bullshit, and we're gonna talk about it. So let me gather my thoughts. I'm T-Street Controversy with RealCombatMedia.com, and I cover every single major fight live. So we are going to start. We're gonna start soon. Give me a minute. Let me position. We can do a few seconds. I'm trying to get rights to PBC footage. It's a long story, but I'll explain later. That's the first knockdown, right? My bad.
He deserved a chance to at least beat the count.
Very true. I agree with that.
Like I said, it's just a shame that when you have a spectacular event like this was, we know the first PBC card on NBC. Mixed reviews. This one I enjoyed from the first fight, Shawn versus Eric Bonet. Second fight, Chris Arreola versus Curtis Harper, one of the best heavyweight fights we've seen in quite some time, and Chris Arreola always provides for a good heavyweight fight. And then we have Berto versus Josesito Lopez in the fight where Berto was getting outworked. Berto looked like he was on his way to losing to another fighter like Victor Ortiz, Josesito Corraz, Robert Guerrero, and Josesito Lopez from being outworked. No head movement, walking straight in, easy to hit. The body was right there and open, and Josesito Lopez was going to work. Now, when I see something like that, when I see an upset in the making like that, getting ready to happen on PBC on Spike TV. Okay, well, listen, this is what we're going to do. Let's listen to the commentary as it's happening live. I'm rewinding right now. Let's listen to the commentary as the knockout is happening. You know what? Let me show you in real time. I'm going to go a little bit further. Fair use. Leave me alone, PBC. I will be sending you a letter soon. Let's watch.
Berto immediately moves in with another right. It's over. Touchdown. And that's it. It is over. 2 back-to-back knockdowns by Berto.
Keep winding back. Watch one more time. What the fuck is going on?
Big right hand by Berto. Staggers Lopez. He's down. Berto, satisfied, walks in our neutral corner. The count goes on. Lopez feels he'll jump up. He will at the count of 9.
That's what a devastating counterpunch can do for you. In the blink of an eye, you can change it all with one punch.
Berto immediately moves in with another right. It's over. Touchdown. And that's it. It is over. 2 back-to-back knockdowns by Berto. He stares into the crowd.
I guess he was right when he told Vern when to calm down. A fighter needs to listen to his corner. Sometimes the corner needs to listen to the fighter. Exactly. Great performance by Berto. This is the emphatic victory that he needed. He's back in business, baby.
Now, I'm a little surprised. No count on assume.
Well, there's no rule about that.
No, I know, but I mean, it wasn't immediate.
Immediate, that's rare. I didn't think he was out on his feet. I didn't think he was knocked out where he was unconscious. So you should have gave the fighter a chance to get up, but you can't argue with that. Berto was in complete control. Those shots really.
We're gonna hear Andre Berto's interview. I'm gonna wait till we get. Of course, I can fast forward it, but I'm gonna let it play out. So I gotta have some time to talk. It's not going to be a rematch. And in fact, this performance that Andre Berto has had against Josesito Lopez has me feeling that there will not be a Victor Ortiz anytime soon. Maybe another tune-up fight for some of the softer punching guy, because it looks like Andre Berto, even with Virgil Hunter, is having issues with pressure fighters. You know, and as I said, looking at the Soto Carras, even though he was injured, looking at Robert Guerrero, remember that was when we found out that Robert Guerrero is not the boxer anymore, but a pressure fighter, Robert Guerrero. Look at Victor Ortiz, and now look what Josesito Lopez was doing to him. That same jab to the body that Mayweather was throwing against Maidana in the first fight. It seems as though Josesito Lopez was watching some tape. Now listen. The issue is, okay, the thing about Josesito Lopez is he's always dangerous. But Andre Berto, even though he was showing brute force as far as, walking to straight in, trying to use his power and counterpunching, it did win. It did score 2 straight knockdowns. But at the same time, I'm thinking to myself, well, where is that referee thing, that referee headband for you to put on Raul Canto Jr.? And did you know that the referee is also, if I'm correct, related to one of the judges? So it's stuff like that as a boxing fan I look at, and being a guy, that's really into the politics, that really talks and goes into detail about the politics in boxing and things like that. I'm thinking to myself, like, well, wait a minute, this shit all look fishy. Let's just be 100% honest. So will there be a rematch? No, there won't be a rematch. But at the same time, Andre Berto looked like he was on his way to losing. It's a shame because I had him winning. He did win. But now, to wrap up the video, you have to ask yourself, well, okay, for one, I want to see what the judges' scorecards is. Let me see what the judges' scorecard. Let me find out what the judges' scorecards is. Let's see if they said this. Hold on. I know I'm rambling a little bit. It's a little late, tired, producing a lot of videos. But I want to see, I think they said it already. I want to hear what the scorecards was because...
Ladies and gentlemen, inside the ring, the end comes. 1 minute, 3 seconds into round number 6, the winner, by knockout, Andre the Beast Berto.
I'm here with the winner, Andre the Beast Berto. Of course, this crowd very much behind Josesito Lopez. He gave you everything you can handle in those opening rounds. What made you turn it around?
First off, I want to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ just for his goodness and his grace in my life. I know that his backyard.
It's like the NWO. They throwing shit in the ring?
Everybody knows Josesito's a tough competitor, man. And, as soon as I felt his punch a little bit, I felt that he couldn't hurt me. So I really just started walking to him and trying to break him down a little bit.
What set up that right hand? That's what set it up at the end. That's what was the beginning of the end in this corner. What set it up for you?
My jab. I got a pretty good jab, man. They say it's pretty quick, so I just tried to, beat him up with the jab and then just come over top of the right hand.
You wanted this fight to get you back on top. Do you feel on top? That's what I want to ask.
Yeah, man. I feel like I'm right back in title contention. And, my last fight, my first fight, coming back to my shoulder injury. And I think I proved tonight that I'm right there in the mix.
It's great to see you back, Andre the Beast Berto, ladies and gentlemen.
The crowd doesn't like the outcome. They're not going to like what I have to say right now. I've just been told that Josesito Lopez was ahead on all 3 judges' scorecards.
I'm not surprised. I mean, he had his moments. But that Berto showed the mark of champion. You hurt your man, you finish him. He's a hell of a finisher.
He did that. The $1 million, maybe multi-million-dollar question is this: where does he go from here?
He goes straight to the top. Everybody that stopped Lopez was a champion. Not only a champion, but a star. Berto's right in that same mix.
Ladies and gentlemen, we hope you have enjoyed the debut of PBC on Spike.
That's what I don't like. You're not going to talk to Josesito Lopez. And the thing is, it's not on national television. So therefore, this ran past the original time slot. You know, so you're not going to interview, you know, Josesito Lopez. You know, now I understand we're going to see interviews on YouTube. I understand we're going to see, you know, hear interviews, you know, on our website and see interviews on websites and things like that. But it's like, well, damn. Josesito Lopez was leading on all the scorecards, and so much controversy surrounding the fight. I mean, really think about it. It just looks suspect. Also, Andre Berto was going. Well, okay, listen. Before we heard Andre Berto start talking, this is the point I was trying to make. I was trying to make the point of, with the 2 knockdowns, at that point in time, even though Andre Berto was losing on the cards, Riverside Rocky, and his name is Riverside Rocky for a reason, he could have got up and still, you know, not been affected again if the referee would have allowed him, you know, the count and get up. And when Lopez was down, you seen for yourself, 2 gloves on the canvas, 1 knee, 1 leg was kind of stretched out. So therefore, he was aware. So he probably was thinking, all right, I'm going to take this 8 count, you know, then I'm going to get up. Referee was like, you know, looking at him like, okay, you know what, that's it. But then when you're using like this new technology and you got like headbands with cameras on them and shit like that, I'm thinking, where's it for this fight? You know, where we could have saw right there looking at Josesito Lopez's face to see if his eyes was, you know, all buggy, you know, or to see if he was still shaking up. And I might have to go back and watch a little bit more of the replay, you know, to really see what was going on with that situation. Because like I said, I know I'm sounding like a broken record, but it was suspect. Now, will it be a rematch? No. And one thing you probably didn't know is that this was for that referee. Now, the 2 referees for the other 2 fights had PBC on. But just so happened they snuck it in, even though they didn't talk about it. They didn't talk about it. They didn't mention it in any way, shape, or form. But guess what? This was for the WBA Interim 147-pound title. This is for... This is basically got Floyd Mayweather, who's the WBA Super World. You got Keith Thurman, who's the WBA Regular World. You got Andre Berto now, the WBA Interim. So it makes him the #1 contender for Keith Thurman, basically. If you don't know, earlier today, March 13, 2015, news came out, or actually it was on March the 12th, news came out that Guillermo Rigondeaux, the WBA Super World Champion at 122 pounds, put in a request to fight the WBA World. So I'm asking myself, well, will Andre Berto, you know, you got to really follow your boxing to understand what I'm talking about, because you got Chris Eubank Jr., who's the WBA Interim. You got Danny Jacobs, who's the WBA Regular. And then you got Gennady Golovkin, who's the WBA Super World. So Gennady Golovkin can file a request to the WBA and say, yo, I want your WBA World title. I'm over you, so fight me or give me your belt. And I'm thinking to myself, well, will Andre Berto want to fight Keith Thurman? I mean, is that a possibility? Because honestly, right now with this PBC thing is looking very, very possible, because I don't think it's really too much Haymon and his management can do with Andre Berto. And if he does get the Keith Thurman fight or whatever fight, that is his final chance, in my opinion, you know, as far as the fans are concerned. You know, because with this performance, and let's face it, he's not going to rematch Josesito Lopez. If that was the case, he would have rematched Victor Ortiz already. And you know, I'm seeing it as cash out time. Okay, we're going to get you a big fight, you know, see what you can do. And then, you know, after that, we're going to bump you back down if you lose. But I'm T-Street Controversy. This is T-Street Controversy Live at RealCombatMedia.com. On RealCombatMedia.com, we are running a poll for the winner of Mayweather versus Pacquiao. The link is right in the description box. So on your mobile phone, on your computer, on your tablet, just go right down where it says the title and you see Show More and click the link. It's going to be right there glowing in blue. Mayweather by decision, Pacquiao by decision, Mayweather by KO, Pacquiao by KO. Of course, I'm going with Manny Pacquiao. We'll do a whole in-depth video and talk about all that. because I understand there's a lot of racism involved, and I'm not going to get into it, but we're going to address it. We're going to have a nice deep talk about race in boxing. And it's going to be a nice video that I'm actually looking forward to doing. I'm T-Street Controversy with RealCombatMedia.com, and I cover every single major fight live. Please subscribe.